presented. There's no point for me to repeat the same PPT again. So I'll just keep it on the slide. Okay. I'm not coming at that. I'm up there. But then probably Google has this something. So, am I audible to you, all of you? So first of all, a huge round of applause to Dr. Archa, because what I was about to say, I think, does this mic work? Because I throw my hands a lot and I probably shouldn't be able to. So first, as I said, a huge round of applause to Dr. Earth, considering that he covered exactly all the points that needed to be covered, and I should not be repeating the same PPT again to you, because I realize that I am standing in a very dangerous position. That is a room full of doctors and the lunch. I simply cannot take that opportunity to keep it away from you. So I quickly would like to sum up when we could talk about core ethics, that points that probably I would like to add more on to what he suggested or probably build on. So we would not go ahead with the PPT per se. We can put the opening slide if you want. So first thing first, doctors, you need to understand that if you won't be present on social media, someone else will fill the gap. And just putting that certificate that do not ask Google will not do it. Because Google will do it. AI in picture would amalgamate n number of things, and probably a mild headache would be diagnosed as a brain tumor and a person's life would be reduced to another 3 weeks. You really don't want to do that. You don't want to put patients under that anxiety. Okay. So my humble request to doctors is that you don't have to be overtly presenting. You don't need extremely edited videos. What you need is being there on social media. Talk about what you are, what are the possibilities of a treatment. There are certain green zones, red zones, cautious zones. Be aware that what kind of content that you should project to the market, and that's about it. Just do not forget that if you won't be there, the space would be filled up. First point, information is ethical, inducement is not. When we are talking about social media marketing, we are not talking about you saying a knee replacement at 40%. I'm not asking you that. I'm not saying angioplasty, free lipid profile. That is not marketing. What we are suggesting is the ethical visibility that educates, that tells a new mother that it probably is the gas or not burping properly that is keeping the child awake and keeping her insane for last 5 nights. It is nothing else. She doesn't have to be anxious. She doesn't have to be moving around the whole house carrying the crying baby. A person who has fallen down the accident n number or probably while walking should not be informed that it's only his weight that needs to be taken care of. He should be well informed that before he gets that knee replacement done, there are certain low ferritin levels that need to be checked in, that there might be a long postural disorder that can be reformed. There might be that 20 kilos of weight, extra weight that he carries that needs to be taken care of. But who's going to inform him? So, doctors, it becomes your responsibility. You should communicate facts, qualifications, services, timings, processes, specialities, and patient education. The ethical problem is when communication starts becoming the pressure on you. Don't take much, but take out your time, even if you're standing in your scrubs. a proper ring light and raw shoot. 10 minutes of a content shoot can be done every day and 5 minutes can be extracted easily. First, the second most important part, as I said, information is ethical, inducement is not. Make sure that you do not exploit medical fear. I'm sorry, I just received the call. Healthcare decisions, as I said, are often made in anxiety. They are never discussed in a vacuum. They are never discussed with someone who has the right authority. There might be 10 different people who would join in for that consultation. 2 over video calls from US, one uncle who probably can give you turmeric as an immediate cure. But no. Healthcare decisions are not like a patient shopping for shoes. They are scared, they are confused, or they are desperate. That's a very last minute decision. But the information comes much before it. And that information comes from you over a period of time when he consumes. So avoid fear-based headlines. Don't ignore this, or it may be too late kind of panic content. Do not talk about dramatic disease storytelling. Rather, as Dr. Earth said, patient dignity is also very much important. Make sure that whatever you're saying induces enough. And do not try and show urgency where there is no clinical urgency. A patient's fear is not a marketing asset for you. Again, never promise outcomes that medicine can never guarantee. Dr. Herth has already explained, I'm just recapping it. Avoid statements like 100% success, guaranteed cure, no risk, best treatment, permanent solution, painless always, miracle result. Because understand this, your results are not dependent upon your capability, but also on the patient's biochemistry, which is completely unique to themselves. So if your claim is sounding more than confident, then the claim is the problem. Patient dignity comes before content. One patient's outcome must never become another patient's promise. Always understand this, that whenever you're taking a patient's consent to show a content, highlight few questions to yourself, that whether it is necessary, whether it is dignified, or could it create unrealistic expectations? And you would get your answers. Consent might be the minimum, bare minimum, but it is not the full ethical answer. Consent, again, is necessary, but dignity decides whether the content should exist. You might have noticed one point in Dr. Earth's all the video testimonials, that the patient wore a face mask, that his dignity was always maintained even if the content was taken. Because patients may agree out of gratitude, out of pressure, discomfort, or respect to the doctor, but that doesn't mean that he is not uncomfortable. Again, please do not compare doctors like consumer products. You simply cannot pit brand A versus brand B. So always avoid best doctor, number one surgeon, most trusted, better than others, competitor comparison, or attack-based marketing. Unless it is backed by credible, lawful, verifiable evidence, such claims are highly dangerous for your credibility as well as your accreditations. In healthcare, superiority claims do not build trust, they invite suspicions. Marketing must not interfere with clinical judgment. The marketing function must never outrun the medical function. It should never push a patient towards a procedure, package, test, or consultation that may not be clinically needed. And lastly, the patient is not a lead. It is not a traffic. It is not a funnel. It is not a conversion. The moment healthcare starts calling the patient a lead, it begins thinking like the wrong industry. You're not selling soap or shampoos. Doctors should be understandable, not performative. They should build trust before promotion even begins. Clear front desk communication, transparent billing, consent processes, review handling, patient education initiatives, accurate website information, medical approval of content, data privacy, and the proper follow-up protocols. Because marketing at the end of the day cannot be a mask, it has to be a mirror. So, few pointers: inform, don't induce; educate, do not exploit; prove, do not promise; protect, do not perform; clarify, don't confuse. As I said, there are safe zones, caution zones, and red zones. Safe zone, the green zones would be patient education, symptom awareness, myth busting, accreditation meanings, doctor credentials, when to seek medical help. Caution zone is patient testimonials, before and after images, procedure videos, advanced technology claims. And red zone, strictly to avoid guaranteed cure, best doctor claims, miracle outcomes, and discount-led medical decisions. So I will not keep you away from lunch, as half of the Janta has already stepped there. Again, ethical visibility is not about making doctors famous. It is about making sure that trustworthy care is easier to find. Thank you.